Welcome to another edition of Kennebec Valley Forum. Today we begin a series on elder law with attorney John Neal. John, welcome to Kennebec Valley Forum.
Thank you.
What is elder law? What does it encompass? Give us a little background on that.
Elder law is the type of law that seniors face and deal with as we go through that aging process, beginning at, say, 60 or 65, dealing with retirement age and retirement benefits and retirement options, and then doing long-term care and estate planning. As we age, the major issue that we face as we age is our health, maintaining our health and staying in our homes for as long as possible. So from the legal standpoint, we deal with those issues, and of course we also focus particularly on the needs of the person.
Okay. Talk about, you mentioned health care, and long-term care fits into that. What is long-term care?
Long-term care is the care that a person needs to be able to continue to stay in their home and just function on a daily basis as we do as human beings. We need to have the mental capacity to be able to function, and we need to have the physical capabilities to carry out what we call activities of daily living. And the activities of daily living are what you and I did in order to get here today. The ability to be able to get in and out of bed, to bathe ourselves, to feed ourselves, to dress ourselves, to take care of our personal hygiene. And when we are unable to perform those basic functions, those basic activities of daily living, that's when long-term care comes in.
Okay. Who needs it? Obviously the seniors, but there's others that have other problems too that
So
may very well need it.
right. The folks who need it are those who either are enduring a long-term illness that prevents them from carrying out those basic activities of daily living, or because of the effects of Father Time and Mother Nature through the aging process, we're just not able to carry out those functions, either because of a decline in our mental capacity or a decline in our physical ability to carry out those basic activities of daily living.
Okay. Could be anybody then.
It could be anybody from all ages, but of course, particularly, as I said earlier, the aging process, as we age, the seniors probably require that type of care.
Now, when you talk about long-term care, there's many facets of that. Could you go back and reiterate a little bit on the long-term care?
So,
the legal aspect of it, maybe, that what they're going to need for support. It's not just food and clothing, as you said. There's a lot of other issues that they fall into.
So, when folks need long-term care, they need it either to be provided to them, maybe perhaps by family and friends, and if it can't be provided by family and friends at no cost, then perhaps it's provided by paid caregivers. And our goal as elder law attorneys is to keep the elder at home, aging in place for as long as possible. But if not, if a care plan can't be set up like that, then perhaps the elder would take up residence outside of the home, perhaps at an assisted living facility, perhaps at a dementia care facility, or perhaps at a nursing home.
But there are options for them.
And there are options for them depending on their level of care. Again, as elder law attorneys, when we're dealing with folks who need long-term care, a lot of our decision-making is based on their care needs.
Okay.
What is the level of care needs? Who can provide it? where it is to be provided, and how to pay for it is a major factor as well.
And obviously, when they get to be my age or thereabouts, and you start thinking about those things and the legal aspects of it, and what do you do to provide for your family, what do you provide for that? And that's a part of long-term care. And I'm sure we'll get into that later, but the big thing is we provide that long-term care. You mentioned nursing homes, other facilities that can do that. How do you fit into that picture of the long-term?
So
As an attorney.
what we do there is as perhaps the long-term care need arises, say perhaps at the early stages, we can help the family think in terms of an at-home care plan, and if not an at-home care plan, then perhaps at a facility, and then how to pay for the cost, because the cost can be really quite high, as you can imagine.
Right.
At-home paid caregivers is about $20 per hour, and depending on how many hours a week or how many hours a month, that can be very expensive, very costly. That can range anywhere from just a couple $100 a week to $10,000 or $12,000 a month if somebody needs 24/7 care at home.
Right.
And then if somebody needs care at an assisted living facility, that cost is between $4,000 and $6,000 a month. If we need Alzheimer's care, that cost can be between $6,000 and $8,000 a month. And nursing home level of care is between $8,000 and $10,000 a month. So what we do with the families, with the elder is help them either with the at-home care plan or help them get relocated to an assisted living facility or a nursing home, and then help them with the payment and the payment options that they may have available to them. There are basically three ways to pay for the cost of long-term care. First would be from a person's private personal income and private assets. If they do have the funds that they can self-pay, then that might be one way. The second way is that if the client thought about it long enough in advance, then perhaps he or she purchased a long-term care insurance policy, and though that type of a policy will pay for at-home care, assisted living care, or nursing home level of care. And then the third way that the cost can be covered would be through a government benefit. And there are two types of government benefits. There's the veterans benefit, and two types of veterans benefits. One is the disability benefit. If a veteran has a 70% or more service-connected disability, he or she is entitled to the nursing home benefit, which would cover full cost of the nursing home.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And then the other veterans benefit is the aid and attendance benefit, and that is not based on a disability, but it's based on income and assets. Your income and assets have to be within certain limits, and if you do meet the asset and income limits, then you would be entitled to a monthly stipend of up to about $1,800 a month to help cover some of the costs. The other government benefit is the main care benefit. And the main care benefit, again, if a person qualifies, then through a combination of federal funds and state funds, the nursing home costs can be covered. The assisted living costs can be covered, and then benefits for at-home care as well. But that program, in order to qualify for that program, a person must meet certain conditions. He or she must need the level of care that they're applying for help to pay for.
Sure.
That's usually not a problem. And then the person's income has to be less than the cost, the person's monthly income has to be less than the monthly cost of care that they're asking for help to pay for. And then third, their assets have to be within certain limits. And of course, there are certain asset limits for a married couple, and then certain assets for a single person.
And you have a lot of tie-ins, obviously. If they come to you as an attorney, then you have to be in contact with assisted living or nursing homes or whatever the option may be for doing that, hospice or whatever the case may be. Do you have regular contact with these people
Yes.
on an ongoing basis?
Yes, you're right. So, as elder law attorneys, we work closely with the nursing home administrators, the assisted living facility administrators, and of course for the at-home piece, we work closely with Spectrum Generations, the area agencies on aging throughout the state. They offer a number of at-home services, respite care, caregiver support groups. We work with the Alzheimer's Association as well with their support groups, hospice as well. So yes, there are a great number of community services that are out there for us that help keep us at home. The Meals on Wheels program, of course. And what we try to do is not just the legal work and the financial work, but we also help with the services that the community offers and helping our clients, plugging them into the services that are available to give them a complete package.
It's interesting. If people are successful in going through that journey of life, and I don't know as I want to participate in it, but as they get older, they're going to need more care, they're going to need different things. How does that interact with the law side of it, John? Because things change, and you have to be, as a client of yours, let's say, how do you keep in track of all these people, and where they're going, what their needs are and stuff?
Okay, that's a very good question. We have staff. Of course, I work with my brother Mark, and we work with seniors, of course, who are just doing at the planning stage, not needing the care services. We work with them, but when a client comes in and he or she needs care services, then we're usually working with the client, and we're usually working with the client's family.
Okay.
And you're right, aging is a process, and oftentimes we start with the family just with the at-home family care plan. Just somebody helping mom or dad with shopping, getting them to doctor's appointments, making sure that they take their medications. But as maybe their condition declines over time and their care needs increase, then the family stays in contact with us and advising us of changes in the senior's health. And then we work with them through the aging process, helping them with the legal documents, helping them with the care options and securing the care that they need, and then helping them with the payment options that they have. You're right, it's a process, and we usually work with families from the early stages of the need to the end stage.
Yeah, I would think it'd be important for the attorney to be in on the beginning instead of coming in halfway through and trying to pick up pieces. And it'd be a lot easier and a lot simpler for the home care or the elder that's going to want that care.
And the earlier the family seeks help, the more proactive they are, the more options they have available to them in terms of having their care needs met, and then how to pay for the cost of the care that they need as they go through that process.
Right, it's not one of those deals where I'm looking for long-term care, and all of a sudden I'm there.
Right.
It pays to do some pre-planning, to talk with you and or Mark or somebody on elder care and get the planning stages done before something serious does happen.
Right, right. There's pre-need planning, and then there's crisis planning.
Yeah.
And when we're doing crisis planning, then our options are limited, and the availability of having their care needs met is also limited. There's a great demand and a great need for assisted living facility spaces, beds, and nursing home beds. All of the facilities, not just in the central Maine area, but throughout the state, there's a great demand for that. And as you know, our population is aging, and as this baby boomer age group ages in, the demand for the services is only going to grow.
Right. This is a special thing that you specialize in elder care. Where does this fit into the state? There's got to be other cities, other attorneys that form a group or something of elder care attorneys, or?
Yes, at the Maine State Bar Association, we have an elder law section, which is made up mainly of attorneys who either specialize in elder law as we do, or have a particular interest in it. Maybe they don't specialize in it, but it's part of their practice. So we do have that group. I serve as co-chair of the legislative affairs part of that group, working at the legislature, advocating for our elders in terms of their care needs and funding for some of the programs that they have. In the past, I've served as volunteer president of the Maine Association of Area Agencies on Aging.
Wow.
All in an effort to learn about the aging process, and then learn of the resources that are available so that we can make those resources available to our clients, in addition to just our legal services.
Mm-hmm.
We like to be able to provide a full array of services or benefits to our clients.
Where's your office located, John?
Our office is located at 58 Elm Street in Waterville.
Very easy to find.
Yeah, very easy to
Basically
find.
right on the second
Yeah.
Main Street or something.
Yeah, right.
So, and what's the telephone number if somebody out here wants to contact you?
Okay, our office number is 660-9191.
That's a pretty different number. I've seen a 660 in Waterville.
Yeah, right, well, we're growing,
Yeah,
I guess.
there you go. That's a good thing. Well, I think that people have to pay, if families get involved, and basically, hopefully, somewhere along the line, that the children or somebody comes in and talks to you about mom or dad or both, or whatever the case may be, they've got to set up a schedule somehow of getting you money to do that, and how do they get involved with that, and would they be better off to come in with them, with the parents, or would they be better off to come alone, or is there any suggestion out there, or anything that works better than another?
We encourage family involvement. We like to make it be a family affair. It certainly works best for mom and dad if the children are involved in the early stages. They can help with the parents' finances, they can understand their care needs, they can, as family members, set up a system to be able to meet those care needs. Again, we all want to stay at home for as long as possible. That's where we want to age, at
Right.
home. So that's our first priority. How do we keep mom and dad at home for as long as possible? And then if not, then we move over into the other type of more formal type of care, where we have paid caregivers at home, or we have assisted living or nursing home options, and then how can we help them secure those residential beds at the different facilities, and then how do we help them pay. And then with us, we work with them either on an hourly basis or on a flat fee basis,
Okay.
depending on what the needs are. And again, with our clients, we like to take the responsibility of the finances, of the government benefits, and how to locate the parents, so that all the children have to do is concentrate on caring for mom and dad.
That's beautiful.
Not having to have to deal with the legal work, the financial work, and that, and the government benefits part of things. They leave that to us. They just simply take care of mom and dad.
That's very good, because so many times you get tied up with insurance. You know, there's so many things that go on. Where are we going to be buried? What's going to happen? How's it going to be taken care of? And it's awful nice to know that there is an attorney out there or a firm that specializes in this elder care to do that. And I applaud you for doing that. I think it's great.
Thank you.
It's branched into a whole different meaning of law from my perspective. I think that's good.
Well, with us aging and being the oldest state in the country these days, and the baby boomers aging in right behind our present-day seniors, there's a need for it, and we offer our services.
Well, I think that's outstanding, because obviously you've got a great track record. You've been in business for some time doing this.
Yeah, a while.
As long as I can remember, anyways. Maybe not quite, almost.
Well, I'm a senior myself,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, we got to take care of each other and take care of ourselves. And
Exactly.
I think it's great that we have elder law, that we can look at long-term care and to take care of that. And I thank you.
Okay, thank you for having me.
Yes, and it's a pleasure. And again, that's John Nail, attorney at law in elder care. And that's it for Kennebec Valley Forum on this section.